Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Arcanum. Before Mr. Drake delivers the news about Arthur Tyron to Sir Matt Desazar, um, before he left Durnholm, Mr. Drake was on the brink of hitting level 15. Upon his return to Toronto, I went ahead and did some grinding in the sewers, and now Mr. Drake is level 20. So just to give you a quick review of how I spent the points, I raised his willpower to 15, and this enabled him to purchase the third and fourth rank spells in the Temporal College. So now he has Hasten, which will double his attack speed when it's activated, and he also has Stasis, which is incredibly useful because it allows him to paralyze particularly difficult enemies, and that's going to be important in the Black Mountain mines. And then I went ahead and dropped the last 3 points into Intelligence. Now, in addition to levels gained in the sewers, we also got a bunch of pretty good loot. And I also took the excess coin that we found and purchased some upgrades. So just about everyone got at least 1 or 2 new pieces of equipment. And Mr. Drake himself found a suit of arcane leather armor. And arcane is the highest level of enchantment. So this was a really, really lucky random find. And more importantly than that, Mr. Drake found a top hat in one of the barrels in a corner of the sewers somewhere. So now his gentleman's ensemble is complete, and with that confidence, he can now talk to Mr. Desazar. So, what news? Tyron's not in Blackroot. He isn't? Did you find anything of his? Yes, a note that said the crow's in danger. I was afraid of this. They're closer to us than I thought. So close, in fact, that he didn't even leave his new location encoded in that note. What should I do now? Please keep looking for him. It's imperative that he receives those skulls. Alright, and Mr. Drake is, eventually going to find, Arthur Tyron. It's not going to be until much later in the game, and Mr. Desazar gave him no clue as to where, Tyron might be, because he didn't know. However, with that, trip to Durnholm and Blackroot, certainly more than 5 days have passed, so he can now talk to Mr. Langley about collecting the, coin that he owed to Madame Lil. So, hello, my friend. How are you today? I've come for the coin. Here you are. Please give Madame Lil my regards. Assure her that I will come with coin in hand from this point forward. One more week. One more week and I can see Willow again. Thanks, Ronald. I'll deliver this to Madame Lil. Goodbye. Alright, so he's left with a coin from Mr. Langley, along with his assurances that he'll always be able to pay up front in the future. So it's good to see that Mr. Langley has taken a bit of responsibility and is going to manage his money a bit more carefully the next time he decides to sample from the buffet of STDs at Madame Lil's. So, Mr. Drake can happily return to Madame Lil, telling her that he's accomplished yet another task for her. Why, hello there. I've gotten the coin from Mr. Langley. Thank you, Robert Drake. As I promised, you may now take a girl of your choice for a little entertainment. Enjoy yourself. Thank you, Madame Lil. And he's going to take a rain check on, getting another whore, so we'll just talk to Madame Lil again. Hi again, Madame Lil. Do you have anything else that I could do for you? Yes, I do need something done at the moment. One of our best patrons, Mr. Halster, has been fighting with his wife. Now normally this would be a good thing, but he actually visits more when they're getting along. So what exactly do you need me to do? I'd like you to deliver this gift to Mrs. Halster. You must tell her it's from her husband. Make sure she doesn't know you're associated with me. They live on the corner of Devonshire and Vermilion. This ought to patch things up between them. Okay, I'll get on that right away. And Madame Lil has given Mr. Drake a colorful gift with a nice bow on it to bring to Mrs. Halster in a gargantuan effort to resolve the problem she's having with her husband, so that her husband can resume his whoring. And I think the Halsters live next door to the Morelands. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Alright. And here's a pinched-face older woman, which is going to be Mrs. Halster. How do you do? Hello, are you Mrs. Halster?
Yes, yes I am.
Hello, ma'am. I'm just delivering a gift. Here you are.
Oh, well, a gift? For me? From whom?
Um, yeah, it's from Mr. Halster, with all his love.
Oh, that was so thoughtful of him, and so unusual. He must really wish to make amends. Thank you, sir. Here's a little something for your trouble. Goodbye.
Thank you, ma'am. Right, and she's actually, I assume she's a gnome female, which is, I can't think of any other gnomish females in the game. Most of the gnome males are, are actually married to human women and sort of treat them like trophy wives. Anyway, now that things between Mr. and Mrs. Halster have been patched up, Mr. Halster is free to resume his whoring ways behind his wife's back, so we'll tell Madame Lil the good news about that. I delivered the gift to Mrs. Halster.
I trust she was pleased. Oh, good. As agreed, you may now take another girl. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Madame Lil, and he'll go ahead and put off getting a girl until his return from the Black Mountain Mines. That'll be his reward for all of his hard work. And with thoughts of setting out to the Black Mountain Mines and all of the uncertainty surrounding it, superstition takes hold of Mr. Drake. And in addition to that, the uncertainty surrounding finding Arthur Tyron, not knowing where his location is, not being able to pin him down to anything more precise than that he's located somewhere on the continent. Anyway, with all of that uncertainty surrounding him, Mr. Drake decides before he leaves for the Black Mountain Mines to consult a supernatural medium, so he's going to head into Dolores Beston's Seer of the Unnatural. And here she is.
It's a pleasure.
Hello, madam. Might I ask who you are? This woman looks at you wide-eyed, then seems to regain her composure.
Yes, of course. I'm Dolores Beston, spirit medium and teller of future things. I live here to serve the good and noble citizens of Toronto, to make things clearer when they are dark, to call for help when it's needed. How may I help you?
Could you answer a few questions, please?
Of course.
What is it exactly that you do here?
I talk with the spirits, look into the far-flung future to see what it holds for those who dare to look. I'm a guide in the nether realms, a mistress in the medium of the mysterious.
Well, could you read my future?
I'm very sorry, but currently I'm having a problem with my crystal ball. I dropped it the other day, and my visions have been foggy and unclear ever since. I've looked into finding another one, but as you might guess, a crystal ball is a rare commodity.
I'd assume that's the case. Perhaps I could assist you in finding another.
Yes, I thought you might say that. I have a feeling for such things, you know. From the moment you walked in here, I knew you were something special.
Well, now, let's not get carried away, madam.
I understand. Not everyone is a believer. In any case, I would very much appreciate your help. If you were to find me a new crystal ball, I'd pay you 200 gold. What do you say?
Sure, I'd be glad to assist you, if it will help you, recover your business.
Splendid. Now, I may be able to assist you in finding one. As I told you, my crystal ball is not working correctly, but sometimes a physical piece of the person I'm viewing helps to clear the vision. Might I have a lock of your hair?
Sure, help yourself.
Wonderful. Now we look into the ball, see what is to be seen. Cloudy, but something's coming clear. Yes, I see where you might be able to procure a crystal ball.
And where's that?
In the warehouse district, I see the bordello there. A small shop just beside it. I see a sign, Madame Tussauds. Within that shop is a crystal ball. Find Madame Tussauds and you will find a crystal ball.
Madame Tussauds, do you know anything of her?
I can't say I've ever heard of her myself. There's so many self-proclaimed soothsayers in Toronto. More than likely she's some fly-by-night gypsy out to make a quick buck. But be careful. You never know what to expect from such nomads.
I will. Thanks for the advice. I'll return later. So Mr. Drake will head back down next door to Madame Lil's in an effort to retrieve a new crystal ball for Dolores Beston. But there's Madame Lil's, and right next door, in a shabby, rundown building, is Madame Tussauds.
Hello. I've been expecting you, traveler.
Really? And why would that be?
I think you know why. You've been speaking with Dolores Beston. I know the real reason you're here, but I don't think you do.
What do you mean? She merely wants a new crystal ball.
Listen to me. Dolores Beston came to my shop not 3 days ago asking for her fortune. I told her, traveler, and here we are. We are all a part of what's to come, and it is you that must choose.
Please, just tell me what's going on.
Choose, coward, or I will choose for you. On which side do you fall, mine or Miss Beston's?
Okay, now, Mr. Drake is, the hair on the back of his neck is beginning to rise, so, I side with you, I suppose.
Very good. I believe you have chosen wisely, traveler. You may have the crystal ball. I only ask that you take it to Dolores and give it to her.
What? But I thought...
Things aren't always as they seem, traveler. I ask you do this for me, will you?
What would you give me in return?
There are gifts I can bestow to you beyond the material realm. You'll have to trust me, traveler. I will give you a just payment.
All right, I'll do it.
Very well. I shall await your return.
All right, well, he did acquire the crystal ball from Miss Beston, so I'm going to cut it, and next time, when we get back in a second, he'll be at Dolores Beston. So be right back. And we're back at Miss Beston's, so
I'm happy to make your acquaintance again.
Greetings, Miss Beston. May I speak with you for a moment?
Of course.
I've returned with the crystal ball.
Well, that's just grand. Where did you get it?
From Madame Tussaud, a medium in the warehouse district.
That old crone. She knew absolutely nothing at all. I knew she was a fake from the very beginning.
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Oh, if you must know, I'd heard rumors about her around town. People saying she could actually see the future. Rubbish. No one can really see anything. It's all an act. I lie to those old ladies all day, tell them exactly what they want to hear. So I went to this Madame Tussaud, and I told her I wanted her to see my future.
And what did she say?
She told me that a stranger would walk into my store one day, and that he would be my death. Can you believe it? My death. So when I saw you come in here, you can imagine my surprise and my fears. But don't you see the irony? You've gone and killed her. She was the one who needed to fear you, not me. I broke my own crystal ball just in case someone did show up, and in the end, you kill her, and I get her crystal ball thrown in for good measure. Huh, so much for old Madame Tussaud.
I didn't kill her, Dolores.
What? How did you get the ball?
She gave it to me to give to you.
No, please, get it away from me.
But she just wants you to have it, Dolores.
Oh God, no!
Okay, and she's consumed by, some sort of infernal creature. Alright, so, when we return in a second, we'll be back at Madame Tussauds. Be right back. Alright, and we're back.
Welcome, traveler.
Greetings, Madame Tussaud. I delivered the crystal ball. A dreadful business.
Yes, Dolores Beston tried to run away from her fate. It's as I always say, traveler, the future is inevitable. Now, we had an agreement.
Yes, we did.
I see. Perhaps there is something I can offer you. There.
What did you do?
You'll find out in time. Trust me, you'll be happy when you find out.
Thank you, madam. Alright, and what she's given him a blessing that raised his charisma by 1. So, when we return, we'll be finally at the Black Mountain Mines. As always, thank you for watching and please stay tuned.